Sure. Ooh, hey, right on it. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm not awake yet. I'll just totally be honest with you. I am Greg Master, your Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And we here on the 5am Mester Scrum Show at 7:34 to talk about Scrum and Agile in a practical and tactical way and see how everybody's doing. And have some fun. Find ways to be able to get home quicker and faster and build valuable content or valuable materials for our customers, right? In a very lean fashion. We use lean so we go home so we're not working 60, 80 hours a week and have a little fun along the way. Speaking of fun, Eddie's little YouTube video that we made, because we always do little fun things. And, I talk about getting home to your family and friends and have some fun. And Eddie's little YouTube got 120,000 views last night. I'm like, oh my God. So apparently after it hits 1 million, it kind of does a rocket straight up in the air. So it's pretty wild to watch it work. Problem is it's screwing up all my other metrics on the YouTube site. But that's okay. It's fun. It's fun watching it though. Why did I show this book on the intro? Well, there's two topics we're going to talk about today. Talk about gold plating and presentation skills a little bit, and watching a couple things over the weekend, and I saw a link in LinkedIn. I commented from a gold plating perspective, so I want to talk about that. So first off, I finished my Scrum A Scrum Traveler's Companion Pocket Guide. Really nice little book, and it goes really well. This book idea goes really well with gold plating. So what gold plating is when people put way too much stuff into it and it really doesn't bring value. This little book, it's only reading wise, it's like 100 and some odd pages. Says, I say reading wise, top 14. So it's like 90 some odd pages. So in 90 pages, this nice little book gives a lot of good little pointers, little thoughts for Scrum Masters to read, Agile coaches to reflect back on, and really talks to the heart of being in Scrum. And it's really good. And I took some bits, and it really made me think about future topic areas and things like that I want to read. And I definitely recommend this book for anybody to read and to purchase. It's a good one, and I'll post it up so you can all see. Definitely recommend that book. But also from a gold plating standpoint, from a coding perspective and what it is. If people want to waste, I don't know if people are going to be spending money like they used to. They probably will after the COVID thing. But there was a little LinkedIn video of a new Volkswagen. And in the center console, I had this globe, and it was really neat. It had touch screen, and it would show things, and it would go in and out and everything. And I just made a comment. I think it was a great example, my personal opinion, gold plating, because when you're driving, whenever you're ever going to touch that screen like that and pay attention to it, never. It's just a way to charge more people more money for a car. But it's really neat tech. I don't know if I apply the tech there, but it was neat to see, because everybody spends a lot of time in their cars. And why I do podcasts, because when you're in your car, you can listen to the podcast. But what I did put here, here are the answers to the hints if anybody's watching from LinkedIn. So it's a Volkswagen, right? And it had a globe and find its way. And I said something about all the little rabbit needed to do is find his way to Albuquerque. Well, if you're a Bugs Bunny fan, that was one of the gigs that they used in Bugs Bunny, where he would go around the world and get lost and should have made a left turn or right turn at Albuquerque. It's always Albuquerque. Don't know why, but the guy who wrote the Bugs Bunny cartoons loved Albuquerque. The other thing, it's a rabbit. Volkswagen rabbits. That's why I used the rabbit. I buried it in the comment because it's just a rabbit. It just needed to make a turn. It's a Volkswagen. Volkswagen rabbits. They were known for making rabbits. The Volkswagen rabbit. So that's what it is. So if you watch this, now you know what the hints are for LinkedIn. And because I was curious and see how many people picked up on those. Not many. Um, Makes you wonder how much people are paying attention, which we'll talk about the next part. The other part about gold plating, you know, I watched a gentleman I worked with. He shared a presentation. I guess he talked to the boss, decided he was going to change, or somebody decided something was going to change. So at 6 o'clock the night before, it looked one way, and then come 9 o'clock in the morning, it looked a totally different way. Uh, Before the presentation to the group, never saw what he was going to present. Changed the whole front end, made it look prettier, did all this extra stuff. So worked overtime, night, whatever, to get it to where it was, and it was really nice. But did it add any value? The answer is no. It did not add any value. Um, it was really nice, but it didn't. People just didn't pay attention, and I think what people are getting, I mean, it's nice to have pretty graphics and make things look nice, and if you have the time and you want to spend a lot of time and effort in that, it's great. But if you work overnight and you beat your head in just to make this content look nicer or add some other content, and this is where the mistake is. He was so much wanting to add another line in there to talk about what I looked at. He added a link, or someone provided him a link to another website in part of a presentation. So I decided during a presentation to go to the link because I'm like, well, one, I never saw it before. It's the first time I ever saw it. So I went to the link during the webcam. I went to the link. The stuff was from September of last year. It was out of date. I texted the guy after the presentation. Another person who I knew who gave me that information. I said, "Did you go to the website?" "Oh yeah, I did." "Did you realize there's nothing in the website? It was just a presentation from September of last year. All the information on there is out of date, but it's supposed to be updated. It's supposed to be accurate. Did you look?" So they were so eager to put this gold plating, add this material into this presentation, that they didn't bother looking at the stuff that they were presenting and see if it really had any value, because now they just introduced this to all these managers to go out and look at, and they never went to the website they were pointing to. They had no idea what was in there. And the guy's telling me, "Oh, but it's got good information. It's updated." I'm like, "No, it doesn't." I said, "Did you look at it?" And I gave him a heads up. I said, "You better now you gold plated this thing. Now you gotta go and update the entire website because there's nothing there. And you just told all these managers to go check it out. It's not smart. That's why you don't gold plate stuff." And you think about it, does it really add value? And if it doesn't have value, do not add it to your presentation. Which then goes to my next part of presentations. So something, and I'm making this like just for something to keep an eye out for when we do the YouTube videos, right? So the one with over 1,000,002, almost 1,000,003 hits is only 15 seconds long. The attention span is getting shorter because there's so much information out there that you're battling against. I know when I was younger, we used to do presentations, say, okay, we got a 30-minute presentation, maximum 26 slides, minute per slide, never, that. I'm telling you now, I don't even think it's a minute. I mean, that's I mean, I don't even know if you can give a presentation now that takes more than 30 seconds time you spend on one slide. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe you have to change your presentation scheme to interact. Because I'll be honest with you, what I'm telling you is what I do as an Agile coach. When I work with people, I let them go. I'm not really paying attention to what they're saying as an Agile coach. And it depends. Every day I flop around what I'm looking for, flip it around, whether I'm paying attention to what you're presenting or what's going on in the group dynamics. Because I think when you're presenting, you don't get to observe these group dynamics. You don't see it. So what I do as an Agile coach is I watch, or Scrum Master, I watch the group and how they're interacting. I will give you feedback on how I see the group interacting, not your presentation. They're always like, well, how'd my presentation go? It's not about your presentation. It's about what did everybody do, why you were presenting. In this time frame of everybody doing everything remotely, it really becomes important because there's so much information coming in from the screen while you're presenting. So there's two things I want to add to there. Do not read too long on a slide. when my one coworker was reading, I think they spent and told the whole pitch in one slide, which was ridiculous, a waste of presentation. On the first slide, they spent like 3 minutes almost talking to it. I'm like, it's the intro. It's what's going to be in there. Do not talk that long. I really want to reach over and say, stop, please stop. Go to the next slide, please. Go into the presentation. Do not give your presentation on the first slide. But just remember, keep it short. I kind of think 30 seconds on a slide is maximum you can give anymore, and probably more like 15 seconds. So when you build those slides and presentations, don't put a lot of information on it. I mean, unless you're documenting a process, and that's a documentation slide. But if you're giving a presentation that you want feedback and you want to convey information to people, max you got about 15 seconds per slide to talk. And that's all they'll pay attention to. They're going to go off to the next topic. Now, what you need to do is every 15 seconds, enlist engagement from the audience. You know, this old time thing about having half-hour meetings. I see review meetings or meetings that last 2 hours. I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing? No one here is in the room is paying attention. Why don't you're not paying attention to me either, but no one's paying attention to you. And I try to cut everything down to a half hour and 15 minutes. This is why these daily scrums are 15 minutes long. There's so much information no one can pay attention to. So as a Scrum Master and Agile coach, you got to work with your teams and help them understand that. And like I said, these new stats, you know, you can talk for about, I think you get about 6 minutes in your presentation for people paying attention. So you really got to think about how you're going to design, and this goes to the facilitation and the annotative agenda, how you're going to design your presentation. And if you're doing a 30-minute meeting, they're only going to pay attention for about 4.5 minutes to 5. What are you going to do with the other 30 minutes? And I think this is getting down to where the meeting times are getting more lean and more efficient. Otherwise, it's just talking. So you have to think about those 30-minute presentations. You get about 4 minutes to talk and find out how you're going to convey that information. So that's kind of what I got today. It is Sunday. We're late. Like I said, I'm not awake, but it's nice. I started jotting down from the book. I got all kinds of stuff in my book from this pocket guide. Just triggered in my head. Just thinking about Agile. It's good to read. So this is one of my coronavirus books that I finished. So I finished that one, and I guess I got to do my next one. I have to figure out what the next book's going to be. And you'll have a great day. Enjoy your, well, I guess on the other side of the world, it's already Monday. Enjoy your day. You know, give us a thumbs up if you like it. We'll post stuff on LinkedIn and Facebook and all, and Instagram. So ring the bell and get notices when we put up some stuff. And you have a great, awesome day. Okay. Happy scrumming. Take care, everyone. Sorry for those people that like those Mentos videos and you see this guy talk about geeky stuff. It's just the way it is. Anyway, we have fun here. Work hard, go home, enjoy your family and friends. Take care. Bye. See ya.